Today I have some patriotic DIYs for you, so let's get started. All right, guys, this first one I think is my absolute favorite. I am crafting my stash, and yes, that is a shovel head. I picked these up because I think they're so cool and I like to flip them. So I don't think I've ever flipped a shovel on my channel before. So let's get started on this one. All right, so today, like I said, is patriotic theme. So I am just taking my Oops paint. It is Oops paint from Lowe's, and they don't have a name or a color. However, the red I will be using is called Spanish Tile. I use it every year. It's my favorite color red, and I actually picked it up as an Oops paint, and it had the name on it, and I had them make me some more. Now this navy color that I'm going to be using, it doesn't have a name, but you can bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to be going back to Lowe's and having them make me some more because this blue is an absolute gorgeous blue color. Now, I just squirted my Spanish Tile all over my table, but that's okay because I use my Koenig spray and it cleans it right up. I decided I better dry this before I go any further because I don't want pink, I want red. And I don't worry about making the squiggly lines too much with the white, so I just do it with the red and the blue, and it actually turns out pretty cute. I love this DIY. So you're gonna have to let me know what you think. Like, would you make something like this? I picked these shovel heads up. I think I have 3 or 4 of them, and I picked them up for $3 or $4, and they might have even been half price. So I think they were at least 3, might have been half price on some of them. But I've been dying to paint them up and make them cute for my porch. And this one I probably will be keeping. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet because I have a square one, a square head shovel that I want to paint up, and I'm just not sure if I want to keep the rounded one or the square one because I want to keep everything, but I can't keep it all. So the struggles of a crafter. So after I add the blue paint, and I don't know what color it is because like I said, it's an Oops color, but isn't it gorgeous? I love this blue. This navy is perfect. It's the perfect color navy. The Spanish Tile is the perfect color red. I love it. And I will be going back and having them make me some more navy because I am almost out of it. And now I'm just touching up around the little waves that I made. And after I go in with the blue, I go back a little bit with the red, and then I touch up the white just one more time just to get those clean, crisp lines. I also cover the back with white paint because I want the back to be finished. Now, the back of this shovel had tape on it and it was kind of sticky and I couldn't get it off, so I just painted over it. I did the best I could, and that's that. That's why I might be keeping it because it was in pretty rough shape. It was all rusted, and I just took it outside and spray painted both front and back with Rust-Oleum 2 times in ultra flat white, the primer, and then I brought it in and painted it up with Valspar samples that were discarded because they were mistints. So now I purchased some of this paper tape I hear everybody talking about, and I'm like, ooh, let's try it. Let's try it. Okay, I am not a fan. I am not a fan. It pulled off in one sheet right there at the beginning, and now I can't get it to pull off in one sheet to save my soul. It keeps tearing off like in little strips, and I don't know how much of it I've wasted, and it is so sticky. So anyway, so here I am. I'm just folding it in half so I can find center on my shovel, and then I struggle for probably 15 minutes to try to get this vinyl off of this paper transfer tape. So anyway, evidently I must have bought the wrong kind. I just went on Amazon and I bought some, and it's way too sticky. It is just like a big roll of masking tape. I'm not sure. I did fuzz some up to when I used it again for another DIY. So I guess if you're going to use this, make sure that you put it over a towel several times, or your jeans, or your clothes, your shirt, whatever, just to kind of take the sticky down. Otherwise, you will probably struggle like I did right here. I literally had to tear it off, keep cutting it little bit by little bit, and man, it gave me a run for my money. That is for sure. And when I felt it, I thought, man, this is awful sticky. I knew I knew better than to use something new because, when you're in a hurry and you're trying to get your DIYs done and you use something new, it never works out in your favor. I finally got it, and then I decided, oh, I'm going to use Big Top. And then I'm like, no, we're going to use this Rust-Oleum enamel spray. Well, let me tell you about that spray, guys. It was not clear coat. It was black. So thank goodness I held it back far enough for my shovel, because now my shovel looks speckled instead of black. But it has black speckles. So don't use that. Use clear coat instead. So let me know what you think. I normally would put this in a big pot. All right, guys, today is First Friday's open challenge, and the theme is patriotic decor. This is hosted each month by Lisa from Our Gray House, Sarah from Jujubee DIY. This month, the special guest host is Charlene from craftyartshack, and she is a hoot, guys. If you have not gone over and visited these ladies' channels, please do so. You will not be disappointed. I will have their channels linked down below in my description box. Now, let me show you what I got in the mail today. Oh my goodness. Guys, Mother's Day is coming. Do you have daughters? Do you have daughter-in-laws? Oh my goodness. Look, you are going to have to see how stunning these roses are. Roses Forever sent me this box. This is actually going to be for my daughter. And when I open it up, like, I can smell the roses through the box. Wow. These are stunning. Like, I was just amazed. I'm like, oh my goodness. These are so beautiful. I could not remember if I got white or red because I tried to order white and they were out. And then I said, okay, let's just do red. And the ones that I wanted to get her, they were out of. So make sure you order early because you may not get what you want. But I'm telling you what, these are gorgeous. They smell gorgeous, and they are right in theme. You can leave them out all summer long because there's your patriotic theme right there. Red roses. This is just absolutely stunning. They also gave my viewers a $25 discount if you're interested in ordering your own roses. I will have the link as well as the discount code listed down below in my description box. All right, guys, now on DIY number 2, I got these stars from Woodpecker's Crafts. They sent these to me last summer, and they are very chunky stars. I love them. They're so easy to paint and craft with. There is no sanding whatsoever. If you're not familiar with Woodpecker's Crafts, I also have their link listed down below in my description box. It's in all of my description boxes because I love their products so much. And my viewers also get a discount. If you want anything from Woodpecker's Crafts, make sure you go and use the link down below. But these stars are so stinking cute. I'm using the same colors that I used on the shovel, and I am just going to be painting them red, white, and blue. Now, I don't drill holes in these, and I'm not going to make a garland. Anyway, I am just painting these up, and I have another idea coming up in a future video for these stars. So keep an eye out for that video. I love painting patriotic DIYs. I have so many ideas. So I will be doing a lot more patriotic videos coming up using my stash because I have a crap ton still of craft stash. So Now, here's more of this tape. Oh my goodness. It gave me a run for my money. It gave me fits. I do not like it. I'm not sure if I can even return it to Amazon because I've already used it. Anyway, I will find a use for it. But I literally had to peel off the letters to stick them to the stars because I could not get them to come off of the transfer tape. Now, I'm going to be using my big top. This is the first time I've ever used it, and I was surprised that it didn't have a seal on the inside, but it didn't. So I have never opened it before, and I'm hoping that I didn't get one that was already opened and somebody put back on the shelf. I don't know, because this stuff was really expensive. So I'm using it for the first time, and I really liked it. It dried really quickly, and it went on nice and smooth and gave a great finish. So there they are. There are my stars. All right, on to DIY number 3. All right, guys, this is a bow tutorial. And I went kind of slow because a lot of people say, they want to see how to make bows with the Bowdabra. And so if you don't want to see how to make this bow, you can always fast forward, or you can speed up the video. So what I'm doing is I am cutting my tails. Now, I don't know why I struggled with this, but evidently I couldn't figure out how long I wanted my tails. Now, there's a couple ways to do this. You can put down your cable ties now, or you can wait until you get your bow together. I wait sometimes, and that's what I did today. But I'm just getting my tails started, and I decide how long I want it, and I'm going to layer them up because I think we need some pizzazz here. We're going to be using some glitter ribbon. Now, I think I got this ribbon at Michael's a couple years ago. Could have been Hobby Lobby, but I have so much ribbon, I can't even tell you where I got it from. But I just layer up my tails in the colors that I want. And then my other decorative ribbon that's more expensive, I just use as the bow. This is also how you can save money on making your bows. I love this red sheer ribbon, and I believe it came in a huge roll. I don't know if I might have got it from Sam's. I'm not really sure. Now you can kind of make your bows however you want. You can add your tails after you make your bow, but I like to add them right away. So this is how I do my tails. And then this is some, I call it special decorative ribbon. I paid a premium price for it. I believe I got it in Arkansas, and it's only one-sided, so you do have to twist it in the middle to get the design to show correctly. And you want to make sure that it's right side up. So I turned my I turned my tails to the desk so you could see what I was doing here. And then I made sure that my ribbon is facing the correct way so you can read it if you want to while it's on my wreath. Now, when you twist it, it may not be the correct direction, but that's okay. When you twist it back, it will be the correct direction again. And I usually do 3 loops on either side. So I just put the fabric in there, I twist it, pull it back through, push it down. I counted my loops, and then when I was satisfied, I cut this off. And you can cut it off whatever length you want. I usually leave it a little longer, and then I just dovetail the ends. And now I decide I'm going to add some more red sheer ribbon, and I just use this for filler and color. So it does not have wire in it. And then I just add my little loops. I usually do 3 loops on either side, make it a little bit smaller than the loops below it, because you want your bow to taper in. The more you taper in your bow, the more round it will be. Now, I like big bows, so like Olivia says, on Olivia's romantic home, she says, I like big bows and I cannot lie. I love it when she says that. Anyway, I like big bows, so I always have lots of ribbon. And now, like I said, my more expensive ribbon, I just use up above for the bow, and I use the more inexpensive ribbon for the tails. Now, you can use it for both, but that's how I do my bows. And I try to tie in the tails, the bows or the ribbon that I use for the tails, I tie that into the bow up above. So that way it all meshes well together. Now, the only thing I didn't use for the bow up above was the glitter ribbon. And that's because I felt like with the flag ribbon and the other patriotic ribbon, the red ribbon, that it was just, it was enough. And then I have this striped ribbon. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love it. Now, this also does not have wire in it, but that's okay. Your ribbon, all your ribbon does not have to have wire in it. You can use wireless ribbon and it will be just fine. It makes your bows like a little floppy, and that's okay. These scissors do not want to cut fabric. They cut through everything else but fabric and ribbon. So now I am ready to put this bow together, and I just put my cable tie underneath. I pull my ribbons up a little bit. Now, like I said, you can add your Chanel stem, your cable ties, whatever you want to use for your bows. I always use cable ties because that's easiest for me. And I just kind of tighten it a little bit just to get it off the bow dabra. And then I swing it around to the back and tighten it up some more. Now, before I completely tighten it down, I add another cable tie going horizontal, because that one is actually going to go around my wreath. And then I pull it as tight as I can. And then I fluff, fluff, fluff. Now, you can spend hours fluffing your bow. Don't do that. Just fluff it the best you can. Get it on your wreath and then hang it on your door. And then once you get it hung on your door, then you can fluff it some more. But literally, you can fluff a bow for hours and still not be satisfied. Ask me how I know. Anyway, so now I just go through and I'm cutting all the dovetails on all the little ribbon tails that are hanging down, because I like that finished look. And then when you cut your cable tie off, make sure you don't cut the one that's supposed to go around your wreath. So now here is my wreath. Now, I don't know if you watched this video where I made this wreath, but this was a very high-end dupe. Now, their wreath, I believe, ran $160 or something like that. Anyway, I'll have to go back and look at my video, but it was very expensive. I can't remember the name. It was like white something. Anyway, this wreath was a dupe and it was very expensive, and it's in one of my videos from last year. So I am just taking off the ribbon that was on there because it was supposed to be like a coastal theme, and we made it very simple. And I am just adding my patriotic ribbon on here. Now, this was very, very thick, this wreath, so I had to add another cable tie to the cable tie that was already there to get it to go all the way around this wreath. And I decided to put the bow kind of in the middle on the left side. I was going to add something on the right. I did paint up a little patriotic gnome, but I just thought the ribbon was enough. I didn't think it needed anything else. And now I'm messing with the ribbons down below to curl them up. I love curly ribbon, and I'm just fluffing some more because you can never fluff enough. So let me know what you think about this bow. Do you like it? I think it's very patriotic. Now, you just pull and twist, pull and twist. That's how you get all of your bows or your loops separated. Pull and twist. And this is what it looks like on my door. Now, this is the inside of my house because it was dark outside. And I think there's one ribbon that might be a little too long. I'm going to have to trim it up. All right, on to the next one. Now, this one is super simple. This wreath was laying at my feet, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use that today. So I bought this at the thrift store for $3. Yep, $3. I never buy these grapevine wreaths full price. $3. And I love the oval shape. Love it. So I will be repurposing this after 4th of July. So stay tuned for this in the fall because I already have an idea for it. All right. So $3. Yes, it was. Yes, ma'am. All day long. You know, I'm picking that up for $3. Okay. So then last year, my husband's friend bought some boots, I guess, and this scarf came with his boots. So he gave it to my husband because he knows I DIY. I was like, that is so sweet. So not only did this wreath only cost me $3, but this scarf was a gift, was free to me. So I am just going to be tying this on to the wreath and wrapping it around. I love how those draped flags look on wreaths, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to do that with this scarf. Now, I do have some old battered flags, but I know that some people they get a little anxiety or upset if you use real flags when you're making patriotic DIYs. So I am using this scarf this year. Now, I have used old flags in the past. You're not supposed to throw them away. You're supposed to turn them into the Boy Scouts. They actually, or the VA, they actually dispose of the flags properly if you have an old battered flag. But I like DIYing with the old flags, and I never cut them, but I do like drape them. I drape them on ladders. I drape them on fences. I love using them in my decor, especially in summertime, and I'll leave them up all summer. So I was trying to figure out if I wanted these stars on this wreath, and I decided, nope, I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm just going to wrap it around, and that is that. And now I'm just going to add a hanger. And I was going to add that gnome to it. I'm like, nope, I just want to leave it super simple. So I added my hanger, my jute hanger to this wreath, and it is ready to go. And there it is on my door. I love it. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Very simple and just gorgeous. All right, guys, if you're returning, I want to thank you so much. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing and hitting that thumbs up button. I would so appreciate it. If you've seen anything on this video that you like so far, please give me a thumbs up. All right, guys, this is the last one. Super easy. I love these little gnomes. You get them from Dollar Tree. I think I got this one at Christmas last year or maybe 2 years ago. And it is white on the bottom, but it's kind of, it's got a texture, so it's not smooth white. And so if you knock it into something, it will leave a mark. So I decided I am going over the white and I'm going to paint it a bright white. And I'm using my Oops paint again. And then I am just going to deck out this little gnome with some vinyl. I love these little gnomes and adding them to my tiered trays or in my decor here and there because they add a little pop of surprise and whimsy. And that's what I like. All right, so I created this in my Cricut and it just says USA and I did it in white vinyl and I'm adding it to his hat and I think it turned out so stinking cute. I absolutely love it and it's so simple. Super cute. And there he is with my stars. So I just put this in my one of my trays and that's going to be my decor. Now, guys, don't forget to go over and visit Lisa's channel at Our Gray House, Sarah's channel at Jujubee DIY, and Charlene's channel at the Crafty Art Shack. And if you are interested in some roses for yourself, for your mom, for your sister, for your sister-in-law, for your daughter-in-law, for anybody coming up that is special to you for Mother's Day, don't forget to go over and grab them some roses while you still can. And this is what my patriotic decor looks like. Ignore my owl. I had to move him so I could hang up my wreath. I love this grapevine wreath. I think the grapevine wreath is so sophisticated and simple and just gorgeous. And I love this bow on this wreath. This wreath is so heavy, by the way. It is so stinking heavy. And there's my little gnome again and my stars. And this is in my entryway. And that's all I got, guys. Okay, I want to thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a fabulous weekend. And don't forget, all the links I mentioned in this video will be listed down below in my description box. I will see you in the next one.